Hello everybody, this is Renee Rutten, and today we're going to talk about keyboard shortcuts. And we're just going to keep this to 10 of the very basic ones that I think that everyone probably uses the most. So the first one is the letter T. If you are on a graphic like this and you just touch the letter T, nothing else, see what it does? It brings in a text box for you so that you don't have to go up here and select text and all that kind of stuff. It's just a shortcut that saves you some time. Okay, so let's go on to number 2. Number 2 is the Command A key, and what it does is select all elements. So as you can see, I'm on my graphic here, but I don't have any particular thing selected. So I'm going to do a Command A, and you can see that it has selected all of the items here. Okay, another way that you can use the Command A, and this one I really like, is to actually be in a box of a lot of text. It seems like to select all that, you have to double click and triple click, and sometimes I just have a hard time getting everything. But if you're within that box and you do a Command A, it automatically selects all of the text in that box. I absolutely love that one. Okay, so number 3. Now you might be familiar, most of you, with the next two. That is Command B will bold a selection, and Command I will italic a selection. Those are pretty common in Word and other programs. Okay, so let's move on to Command G to group your items. Okay, so as you can see, this is a box, this is a box, this red is a box, and actually the G is a box. So if I select all of those, and if they're all selected, they kind of move around together. But as soon as I click off of that, then I've lost that grouping. So I'm going to make that grouping more permanent. So I'm going to select them, and I'm going to do Command G. Now, when I click off of that, these are still all selected. Okay, so if I do Shift Command G, then that unselects or ungroups them. So when I click off, again, I have each individual section there. Okay, so tip number 6, R, to create a rectangle. Now this works much like the T button. You just simply press R, and it brings in a rectangle. Now, this graphic of mine is a perfect square, so it is converting the rectangle to a perfect square. But generally, in any graphic you have, it will try and make a rectangle that fits within your space. Okay, I'm going to delete that. We'll move on to number 7. Number 7 is the same way. It's an L key, and it inserts a line. So if you just click the L, there you see is your line inserted. So we'll delete that. I'm going to move on to tip number 8. So tip number 8 is a way to increase the size of your text by only 1 pixel at a time. So what you do is you do Shift Command and the period, and watch it just gradually increase. Okay, now if I want to decrease it, do the same thing, the Shift Command, only this time press the comma key and see how it's getting smaller and smaller every time I click on that. That's pretty handy when you're just wanting to adjust a minute amount. Okay, tip number 9, Shift Command A, all caps. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select so that I have all of this selected up here, and I'm going to go Shift Command K and see how that makes it all caps. Now, in order to undo that, I'm just going to say Shift Command K again because it's already all caps, and it'll take it back to lowercase. And I think that's an awesome design element because you can very quickly view what it's going to look like as all caps or all lowercase. Okay, number 10. This is my last one. And this is also probably something that a lot of you are familiar with. So let's select this. We have all of our text selected. And so we're going to go Shift Command and the left will take it to the left. Shift Command R will take it all the way to the right. And Shift Command C will take it to the center. So those are your 10 design tips for today. Shortcut tips, I should say. And I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoy the video. If you're not used to using keyboard shortcuts, it does kind of take a little bit to get them all down, memorized so that you can do it quickly. But boy, once you do, it is so much faster than all of the clicking that we have been doing up to this point and doing things kind of the long way. So let me know if you like this video and give me some feedback, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.